All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling something that might make some folks a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Dating and money.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, what happens when you're dating someone who's having a tough time financially.
Right.
I mean, nobody really wants to talk about money problems, especially
Yeah.
not when you're still in that, early kind of getting to know you stage of a relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
But honestly, it's something that can pop up.
Yeah.
And it can really test a relationship.
It really can.
So we dug up some really interesting research on this, and we're going to break it down today.
Absolutely.
Figure out how to spot those red flags early on and learn some strategies to navigate these chalky financial waters as a couple.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've got some great expert advice to share too, so stay tuned for that.
All right, let's dive in.
So just to kind of set the stage here, our main source material for this deep dive is this fascinating article we found called Love and Money, A Delicate Dance.
Yeah.
It talks about how money issues can be like this underlying current. It might not be super obvious at first,
Right.
but it can totally rock the boat if you're not careful.
It really can sneak up on you.
Exactly. And what's interesting is the article points out 5 big causes of financial struggles in relationships. And for our deep dive today, we're zeroing in on one in particular.
Okay.
It's lack of financial literacy.
Okay.
Now, I think we've all been there at some point, maybe felt a little clueless about managing money.
Right.
But what does it actually look like in a relationship, and how can we deal with it?
That's a great question. And, it's more common than you think.
Yeah.
A lot of people just aren't equipped with the basic knowledge and skills to manage their finances effectively.
Right.
We're talking things like budgeting, saving, investing.
Essentials.
Absolutely. And when one partner is lacking in these areas, it can lead to a whole host of problems. Overspending, debt accumulation, even financial dependence on the other partner.
Yeah. Like Sarah and Alex from the article, right? They were stuck in this vicious cycle of debt because one of them just didn't have a handle on their spending.
Exactly. And their relationship really suffered because of it.
Yeah, it was constant arguments, stress,
Yeah.
never feeling like they could get ahead.
That's a tough situation for sure.
And then there's Michael and Emily. Their story really hit home for me.
Oh, tell me about it.
She lost her job, and he ended up shouldering the entire financial burden for both of them,
Oh, wow.
which eventually led to this resentment and imbalance in their relationship.
Yeah, you can see how that would create a lot of tension.
Absolutely. So it seems like these financial struggles can be a symptom of something deeper going on, right?
You hit the nail on the head there.
Because I remember one of the experts we looked at, Dr. Karen Sherman.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
She made this really interesting point.
What was that?
She said sometimes financial problems are actually masking other deeper issues.
Okay, I'm
It's
listening.
like maybe emotional unavailability
Hmm.
or a fear of commitment. So someone who's avoiding taking responsibility for their finances, they might also be struggling with expressing their feelings or taking ownership of their actions,
Wow, that's a powerful insight.
right? So it's not always just about the numbers. It's about what those numbers represent in the grand scheme of the relationship.
Makes you think, huh?
It really does.
Mhm.
So where do we go from here? How do we actually tackle this stuff as a couple?
Well, another expert we came across, David Bach, he talks a lot about the importance of teamwork when it comes to finances.
Teamwork.
Yeah, you're in this together.
Okay, I like that.
So it's not about trying to fix your partner. It's about creating a shared financial plan and setting healthy boundaries.
Okay, so we're talking about open communication,
Yes,
transparency,
absolutely.
and working towards shared goals.
You got it.
All right, I'm starting to see the light here, but I got to ask, how do we actually put this teamwork into practice?
Good question. And the article actually lays out 5 essential steps.
5 steps, all right, lay it on me.
Number 1, open and honest communication.
Okay.
It can be daunting, but it's vital to talk openly about your financial concern, goals, anxieties, the whole shebang.
No judgment zone.
Exactly. Create a safe space for both of you to share and listen without blame.
Gotcha. So communication is key, step 1.
It's the foundation.
What's next?
Step 2, shared financial planning.
Okay, so this is where we actually start crunching numbers.
Precisely. Time to create a budget together.
Right.
Prioritize needs versus wants. Set some realistic savings goals.
So it's like a financial roadmap for the both of you.
Exactly.
I like it. And I'm guessing this is where those boundaries come in, right?
You got it. Step 3, setting healthy boundaries.
Okay, because we want to be supportive,
Of course.
but not enabling.
Right.
So what would that look like in a real life situation?
Say your partner constantly overspends and expects you to bail them out every time.
Oh, yeah. Been there.
A healthy boundary might be saying, hey, I love you and I want to support you, but I can't keep lending you money. Let's sit down and create a budget together, something you can actually stick to.
So it's about empowering them to take ownership.
Exactly. You're not solving their problems for them, you're helping them learn to solve them themselves.
That makes so much sense. It's like teaching them to fish instead of just handing them a fish.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So communication, planning, boundaries. What else have we got?
Step 4, encouraging financial literacy.
Okay, so this is about education, right?
You got it. It's about learning the ins and outs of managing money.
So how do we do that?
Well, there are tons of resources available.
Yeah.
You could take a personal finance course together, read some books on money management, even just use some budgeting apps.
There are so many great apps out there now.
Seriously, it's all about learning the ropes together and feeling more confident handling your finances.
I love it. And last but not least, step 5.
Emotional support.
Okay, this one's huge, right?
It is. Money issues can be incredibly stressful.
No.
So creating a safe and understanding environment for each other is crucial.
Absolutely. It's all about being there for each other.
Yeah.
Celebrating those small wins.
Right.
And remembering that, hey, you're a team. You're in this together.
Exactly. Your partners in life and in finances.
Love it. Okay, so we've talked about the challenges, the steps. But let's get practical here. What are some actual solutions our listeners can start using today?
Well, I think one of the most important things is to focus on empowering each other to be financially independent.
Okay.
This could mean supporting your partner and finding a fulfilling job. Maybe encouraging them to pursue some financial education.
Yeah.
And, of course, working together to develop a budget that truly works for both of you.
Like a real partnership.
Exactly. And don't forget about those resources we mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Like that book, The Total Money Makeover.
That one's a classic.
It is. And for couples, specifically, Financial Intimacy is a fantastic read.
Great recommendations.
So
if we had to boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here?
I think the key is that navigating financial challenges in a relationship takes open communication, clear boundaries, and a whole lot of teamwork.
Couldn't agree more.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
These challenges, they can actually be an incredible opportunity to deepen your connection.
Really?
And build a more secure future together.
Wow, that's a really positive way to look at it.
It's all about perspective.
And that actually leads me to a question for you, our awesome listeners.
Hit us with it.
If you could go back to the very beginning of your relationship, how would you approach the topic of finances differently?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right? What kind of foundation would you lay to make sure you and your partner are truly on the same page from the get-go? Something to ponder, folks, until next time. Keep those conversations flowing, and remember, teamwork makes the dream work.
You got it.
See, I'm